Hello friends, myself Mohammad Sirajuddin, an IT professional with 12 years of demonstrated experience in network and security domain. The purpose of making this YouTube channel is to give you knowledge from the basic of the networking to the expertise level. Even those with no IT background can join us and definitely gain a benefit out of it. So today, starting with the very basic concepts of the networking, we will be we will be covering routing using Cisco router, Juniper, Hawaii, Alcatel. Then we will be looking after the switching concepts. We will be doing a layer 3 switching, layer 2 switching using Cisco switches, Juniper, Hawaii, and definitely it will be a hands-on lab on the routing and switching. Further going, we will be learning about the network security practices. We will be doing a hands-on lab practices for firewalls, for email security gateway. For doing this, we will be doing a labs on the Sophos firewall, Fortinet firewall, Checkpoint, Cisco, Barracuda, Palo Alto, Proofpoint, and definitely if you request for some new solutions, we will be doing a hands-on lab on that as well. Additionally, we will be doing a hands-on labs for Windows administration, Active Directory, Microsoft Exchange, and we will be integrating our Active Directory with different networking appliances. Before we start, let me tell you that you all are requested to at least have a VMware and a packet tracer downloaded in your machines for doing a hands-on lab. As and when required, we will be installing the different OS, and I will be providing you those OS and those things in the description for that respective video. Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment box. So let's start today's video with the basic networking terms. We will be seeing first what is IP address, what is subnet mask, gateway, DNS. These are the basic things. Definitely, those who are working, who have a basic knowledge, will be knowing about these terms. But as I told you in the beginning, that we will be focusing even those who are the beginners should start from the basic concepts. So let's start. What is IP address? The definition for the IP address is it's a unique address that identifies the devices on the network or internet. See, it is saying that a unique address means for one machine, definitely it will be a one address only in that particular network. Let's take an example in our daily life and we will see what is the role of IP address. Let's assume a class of students. So if you need to identify students, you assign a roll number to them and you call them through a roll numbers. So basically, the same concepts apply over here. To call a particular machine, it has its own number, IP number. So in the class, whenever you're calling a particular student, you're calling through a roll number. Okay. Basic and IP addresses, there are two types. It's a IPv4 and a IPv6. IPv6 we will keep apart. We will be seeing this in our upcoming videos, and definitely we will be doing a hands-on practices for the IPv6 and a detailed depth understanding. Also, we will see in IPv6 lectures. Now, for the coming to the IPv4, IPv4 is a 32-bit address, 4 octet in each octet, 88 bits. As you can see on the screen, the IP address 192.168.1.34, and whenever you will see an IP address, it is always accompanied by a subnet mask. And it is IP address itself is divided into two IDs. It is a network ID and a host ID. The subnet mask is plays a role to define a network and a host for the particular IP address. And when we will be doing a subnetting, at that time we will see exactly how it happens. But for your understanding, I will say that let's assume a class of a student. Uh, Class A has 60 students. So we will be saying a class becomes a network and students inside a class becomes a host. So class A, roll number 1 means host 1, network ID A, host 1. In that way you can understand, like, network ID is a class and the host is a roll number. Subnetting is a logic subdivision of a network. As I told you, it is logical subdivision means it is divided into network ID and host ID. Subnet mask plays a role in this division. It is a practice of dividing a network. How this network is divided, how the IP addresses are saved, and all this concept in detail we will be seeing. But for your understanding now, it is enough. The gateway address, as the name says, gateway. The reason for bringing the gateway in this lecture is, see, whenever you will be assigning a IP addresses, even when we were doing today, you will see a gateway being configured. What is the role of the gateway? Gateway is a gate basically for the exit. You can say in a simple language we can say. So when you are saying that the IP address 192.168.1.34 subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and gateway 192.168.1.1, the gateway is playing a role. For example, you have a PC, or in our understanding we will say a class of students. If they need to move out of the class, they will be using the door. So that door becomes a gateway. So in similar way, if a computer, let's assume an example of a computer or any other networking devices which is connected over a network. So when they are connected within one network, they will be communicating. But if they need to go outside the network, they will be using the gateway to go outside that particular network. The gateway address is a interface connected to the local network that sends packet out of your local network. You will be coming many times for a term default gateway. Default gateway is nothing but a gateway itself, but in simpler term we can say a computer network using a internet protocol suite that serves as a forwarding host to other network when you don't have any other route matching the destination IP address. For example, let's say if you don't have any particular destination IP address to reach a particular network, so in that case you will be using the gateway to go out of the network. And the term has come internet protocol. So what are protocols and all? Definitely we will be looking in depth when we move towards the further slides. DNS, a domain name system. It is called a phone book of the internet. So what is basically a DNS? So let me tell you, there are more than 4 billion IP addresses. And when you talk about, let's say, for example, on the daily life, you are browsing several websites. Okay. But when it comes to the computer don't understand your name. Let's say, for example, you're going to www.google.com. So computer doesn't understand that Google, because computer understand the binary numbers, or you can say a IP address. Computer talks to other computer through IP address. So when you say google.com, the computer doesn't understand that. So what the DNS role play over here is, whenever you say google.com, the DNS role is to convert that google.com into an IP address. As you can see in the picture, a person sitting on the browser is saying that www.example.com. So the DNS server, what it is doing, it is converting that name into an IP address. Then that IP address is reaching to the web server, and the web server is replying on that particular IP address. So the domain name system DNS has a list of entries mapped with the domain name and the IP addresses. So whenever any request come with a particular name, it converts into IP address and give the return request back. So we will be doing a small lab today where we will be seeing our basic networking commands. The command is listed on the screen. It's IPCONFIG slash all NSLOOKUP ping tracer. We'll be looking into it one by one. So on your computer, you will be going to your command prompt by clicking the start button. You will type CMD for the command prompt. You will enter, and once you enter over here, you will be typing. So what is the purpose? Let me tell you the purpose. IPConfig. IPConfig command is basically used for getting the IP configuration details of your machine. So let's see. You type IPConfig and press enter. Definitely, my computer is having so many of the virtual networks and all. So each and every network adapter, how many network adapters you have in your machine, it will be shown. But that is not our area of interest. We will be looking basically where is our actual IP address which we require. So see, if you will see over here, you will see that there are multiple virtual area network, VM network 1, 2, 3, and so on. But my I'm connected to the Wi-Fi network. So this is our area of interest. So wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi. So you will see over here it is giving me the IP address of my computer combined with the subnet mask and definitely a default gateway if I need to go outside my network. Okay, we'll go to the next command. If you can see that the IPconfig command has given me the details like IP addresses, subnet mask, default gateway. This was okay, but if I need to get much more detail, like let's say for example, I need to know the MAC address of my computer, the DNS server which is being used for the resolution. In that case, I will be doing like ipconfig slash all. You will see that it gives you a lot of detail. See, I'm connected to wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi. This saying me that DSCP also will learn. See, IP addresses when it is assigned to a particular computer, so it can be assigned statically. Means you can go to the network adapter. We will be looking into the further videos how to configure the IP address and all. But over here, just for your understanding, that you can assign it automatically or DSCP dynamically, means automatically if you have any mechanism from where the IP address is assigned to you. What is DSCP? Definitely we'll be looking this terminology as well in the further lectures. So it is giving saying the DSCP enabled, but leave this for now. If you will see the IPv4 address, it is saying that my IPv4 address is 192.168.0.166, which means that I am connected to the 192.168.0 network with my host ID 166. The compiled subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. The default gateway it is showing. Apart from that, it is showing the DNS server, to which DNS server is resolving my DNS queries. Then apart from that, it is saying about the MAC address as well, and so on. The physical address, if you can see, this is the MAC address of the computer. Then let's go to the third command, that is NSLOOKUP. The purpose of the NSLOOKUP is it basically help you to resolve the DNS name into the IP address. We will see how it works. Just type NSLOOKUP, the command prompt, and it gives you saying that your default service dealing router, which is my router which I am connected for the internet, and it is giving me that the address 192.168.0.1. My router is acting like a DNS server, and it will resolve. So let's see. I will be putting like www.yahoo.com, and it is resolving yahoo.com to the IP address 87.248.100.215, 87.448.100.216. These are the IP addresses being used by Yahoo. You will press Control C and you will come out to the main prompt. Ping command. Ping command is basically used to check the reachability to the destination. So let's see if this is the IP address of the yahoo.com. So we'll try to ping this and check if it is reachable. Yes, the reply is coming. It means it is reachable. Reset command is used to trace the path. Like for example, now I am sitting over here and I am trying to reach to yahoo.com. What all path it will follow? The first will be my PC IP address, and from there it will be. Sorry, it won't be IP address. It will be next hope, which will be my router. Then from there, where it's going, we will see the entire path to reach the yahoo.com. I'm in the command tracert 87.248.100.215 is the IP address of the yahoo.com. It has started trace. The first hope it is saying that 192.168.0.1, which is my D-Link router, and it is going to the second hop. It will show you each and every path from where the traffic is going and reaching to yahoo.com. So now you can see it has reached into the Yahoo domain internal networks, and finally it has reached to the destination IP 87.248.100.215. So let's exit from here. So I believe you guys got understanding on this basic networking commands and the usage. So let's start with the computer network. We have seen the small terminologies, and now we will be moving on to the computer networks. What is a computer network? Computer network is a set of devices connected through links. A device means any networking devices which has a capability of communicating to each other. Node. A node can be a computer, printer, or any other devices capable of sending or receiving the data. This is what I told you. And the link connecting to the nodes are known as communication channels. So let's assume if you have two computers, and these two computers need to be connected, they will be connected through a cable. So two devices, two computers, when they are connected through a cable, it forms a computer network. The components of the computer network are shown, like it can be a hub is basically a device which is being used to connect two or more networks. It can be a switch, even if you have like a ADSL router at your home. The ports, the LAN ports which are used there, that is also basically working as a functionality of a hub. Then switches, routers, modem, this everything we will be going into detail. It is like a very basic part I'm covering over here now. So when you will be going on the further videos where we will be doing much advanced labs and all, at that time definitely you will have a better understanding what is router, what is switches, how they work. So type of network, it can be a local area network. There are three types of network: local area network, this LAN, a MAN, metropolitan area network, WAN, wide area network. Logical area network or a LAN is a logical explanation. Sorry, local area network. Local area network is a logical explanation where two or more devices are connected to each other in a small area, such as a building, offices. So if you have, like if you are at home, you have your router, right? So all the devices which are connected inside that, I mean, you have a computer, you have a printer, so all those things, a computer, a printer, your mobile device, forms a LAN. So any devices which is connected within a same building in or office or within a premises is termed as LAN, local area network. Metropolitan area network, MAN, is a network that covers a larger geographical area by interconnecting a different LAN to form a larger network. The best example, you can say, government agencies connecting to each other, connecting to the citizens, to a private industries, or let's say a bank within a city connecting to each other, is the best example of metropolitan area network. A group of LAN connecting to each other forms a MAN, metropolitan area network. A wide area network is a network that extends over a large geographical area, such as the states or a countries. This wide area network is not limited to a single location, and the best example you can say is your internet. The internet is one of the biggest WAN in the world. So I believe these things are much more clear to you. What is LAN, what is MAN, what is WAN? And guys, if you have any questions, you are most welcome to comment in the comment box, and definitely I will try my best to reply Thank you friends for watching my video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your friends. Do not forget to hit the bell icon. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.